When I was driving just a regular streetcar when he did the stuff in the French Connection. Car really, it wasn't really about the car as much as it was about hacking.
What have I done? What came over me? Who am I?
In the mid-1970s, when Hollywood was flooded with overblown spectacles packed with special effects and endless violence, Smokey and the Bandit roared onto the screen like a wild breath of fresh air. No monsters, no gore, just dust speed roaring engines, and a daring grin behind the wheel. And that modest underdog film became the box office phenomenon of 1977, making audiences across America cheer for a feeling they had almost forgotten freedom. Yet behind the laughs and the blazing tire smoke there was a set soaked in sweat, real danger and near disaster, where the line between acting and survival was as thin as a single breath. Burt Reynolds threw himself into real jumps. So intense the crew froze in fear. One stunt almost blew up the car leaving. Him slumped against a blood-stained steering wheel while the director, who demanded absolute realism, once drove off a bridge himself and woke up in a hospital with shattered ribs. A supporting actor smiled through a scene even as his shoulder broke in a violent collision, and one performer got truly drunk for a drinking scene, later ashamed of how far he had gone. For a role, chaos became so convincing that real police nearly arrested the entire crew, thinking the chase was a genuine crime. In progress, no one could believe they were just making a movie. Smokey and the Bandit made the world laugh, but behind those laughs were painful regrets that the cast carried for years. Burt Reynolds regretted doing his own stunts because he believed he was invincible until that bridge jump that almost killed him, and only later did he admit that no fame is worth dying for. Sally Field became a star as the runaway bride Carrie, but Hollywood tried to control her image, demanding shorter dresses, closer shots, and softer smiles. She was proud of the role, yet haunted by how much she was sexualized, and she later confessed that the film that launched her success also destroyed the love she shared with Burt, as fame, pressure, and gossip slowly tore them apart. Burt earned a huge paycheck, almost a quarter of the entire budget, but that victory made the rest of the crew struggle with fewer resources and heavier workloads. He realized too late that his success had come at the cost of others, respect and friendships, and he also found himself trapped forever in the Bandit image. Hollywood wanted the charming outlaw again and again, and the golden cage of fame kept him from growing into the dramatic actor he longed to be. Jackie Gleason improvised almost all of his iconic sheriff lines, creating comedy. So raw, censors later had to clean it up, but he regretted the drunken, unprofessional days on set whenever he asked for a burger. Everyone knew he meant bourbon, and over time he admitted shame for how alcohol shaped his performance and his behavior. Hal Needham, the daredevil director who tested every stunt with his own body, nearly died performing a jump that left the crew speechless as he lay motionless until he blinked with a crooked smile. That moment changed him forever, and he vowed no stunt would ever be worth a life again. Mike Henry, who played Junior, broke his shoulder in a crash, but he kept smiling until the camera stopped rolling and months of pain became nothing. More than audience laughter, Jerry Reed took the role last minute, arriving with no preparation. But because of that chaos, he created Eastbound and Down, the song that became the heartbeat of the movie. The crew destroyed 4 Pontiac Trans Ams in the name of realism, leaving only wreckage by the final day. But those sacrificed machines sparked national demand and sold hundreds of thousands of cars after release. Even the ending of the film was born from regret. The original version was dark and depressing, with Bandit caught and dreams crushed, and everyone hated it. So they rewrote the finale to give the audience the joy they deserved. Laughing, racing into the sunset, burying exhaustion behind applause. And then there was Fred the stubborn basset hound who ignored every command, ruining takes with sleepy defiance. Yet that very chaos made him the soul of the story. And when a real police officer saw the chase one day and almost arrested the cast, the crew learned that authenticity can go too far. Universal Pictures doubted the movie from the start. cutting the budget, mocking the story, only to watch it explode into the second biggest film of the year right behind Star Wars, proving that heart, rebellion, and humor can beat all expectations. Decades passed. The Trans Ams are now museum relics. Burt Reynolds is gone, leaving behind that legendary grin. Sally Field has said, "It was a time she will never forget and never wish to relive." And Hal Needham is remembered not for money or awards, but for risking everything to make audiences feel alive. Every cast member carried regrets, each one different. But together those regrets created a legacy that still races across American culture. A reminder that glory always has a price, and sometimes the greatest legends are built from the pain no one sees. If you love discovering the dangerous, untold stories behind Hollywood classics, the sacrifices, the secrets, the heartbreaks, and the courage that made movie history come to life, then like this video and subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin, and press the bell icon, because our journey into the hidden heart of Hollywood's golden age has only just begun.